Future of Nigeria is so imminent because the northern Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto, Shegumi and the likes are saying the US must be sent packing from the northern Nigeria. They said enough is enough. And with what we are hearing, the US Congress are finally debating on Biafra referendum because since the North said the US should go back and that they don't want them to solve insecurity in Nigeria, they say what is the point of them staying, that they should better leave Nigeria. What's your take as regards Biafra being finally, getting recognition by the US Congress?
Yes, it was a resolution by the United States government, Congress. Everything is in place. We are hearing it has already been concluded as a diplomatic talk in that regard has all been agreed. Whether there's going to be a follow-up resolution on Biafra referendum, but I can tell you that every documentation is already ready for the U.S. Congress government to clearly see to Biafran referendum. And like I said before, and I'm still repeating it again, and they are capitalizing on the 50 million referendum conducted by the Biafran government in exile under Mazi Simon Epa. But that is not, by the way, the Northerners are already, giving a certain signal ever since the new deployment by the U.S. government landed somewhere in the north. We are hearing that, they have been held up somewhere in Bauchi, and this has triggered the northern leaders saying, questioning Bola Ahmed Tinubu not to allow any U.S. base in the north. That's what is happening now. And don't be surprised why you see a sudden uproar in the north against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The north are trying to shift completely from the real thing, attacking Bola Ahmed Tinubu on daily basis, attacking his government, attracting the global and world attention and dimension that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a jihadist, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is working against the north, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is behind the insecurity bombing here and there. Not minding the recent deployment of the C-19 Hercules plane that landed with over 200 let me say battalion, American US battalion soldiers. Yes, I think battalion is about 300. We are talking about 200. They have landed. I remember before now, we have had subsequent military deployment by the US government presently in different zones in Nigeria currently now. But the mission, why they landed in Bauchi, according to what we are hearing, I hope that report is very correct. In that regard, they have already landed. Meaning, they thought Nigerian, the American president are actually going to look to that side. Considering what is actually going on in the Middle East currently now, and of course, the Iran war is ongoing, and I can tell you, in a matter of days, I think absolute tranquility will return in the Middle East because U.S. and America. US and Israel would have taken care of that, but that does not mean that those who are in charge, ever since Nigeria was designated as a country of particular concern, are working out every day and now. But let me just give you, don't be surprised why the Sultan of Sokoto is attacking Bola Ahmed Tinubu, daring Bola Ahmed Tinubu to try rise up against the jihadists, take the fight to them.
Do you not think is pressured to do this because you know that the Congress are debating about the freedom of the Igbos?
Of course, that's what we are saying now.
It's talking about unity.
Yes, it's talking about unity that cannot hold now. Since you don't want to understand very clearly what the conditions for unity is all about. Now, you cannot meet up such conditions. One of the conditions is that you must suspend anything that has to do with caliphate, Sokoto caliphate, and you say it's not possible. Then banning completely of anything that has to do with Sharia. We know that very clearly that Nigeria is running a Sharia constitution-based government. There's no Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows about that. And thirdly, you must agree that Nigeria will have to sit up together and allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to leave unconditionally. And they said these conditions cannot be fulfilled by the northern government powered by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And since it cannot work to that extent, the best option now is to allow Nigeria to split, so that you can go and practice your Sharia somewhere. You can go and do whatever you like with your own region. As simple as that. And let every region that is not part of the Biafra map be given a referendum. Biafra has conducted a referendum already. The documentation and the constitution have been submitted to the United Nations, which has been adequately acknowledged as an emerging nation awaiting global United Nations, powerful nations, world leaders recognition. Simple. And the countries who are of the most powerful nation on earth, their parliament, or let me say, their Congress, according to their own type of Senate, has already, documented, giving their own resolution on Biafran, referendum, which has also given us the power, to begin to have a certain privileges as an emerging nation waiting for recognition. Like I always said, Biafra has been a nation waiting for recognition. So we must understand where the United Nations, the United States government must understand clearly the position, must state it very clearly. We are not here for diplomatic engagement anymore. The United States government should, the congressmen, the Rally Moore, and the Rabio Mako, Ted Cruz, and the more, Michael Lord, and so many of them should understand that this is not about diplomacy anymore. We must state it very clearly that they have rejected the options of national unity. And since they have rejected those options, the US government should also enact their own option. And one of the options is disintegration. The US government should also learn from experience. When Arafat in 1979, we are begging Israeli government to allow them have a small space. That small space that was given to them according to Abraham Accord, that was where they developed Palestinians' arms wing called Hamas. They cohabited. Biafra cannot afford to cohabit with the Northerners anymore. The best thing is to split the country, because the real agenda is total Islamization. Don't be surprised. They are thinking that the Yoruba Muslims are not going to be affected. They are definitely going to be affected, because we know that the majority of Christians in Nigeria are residing in the south, and they are the one the world knows, the world recognizes as people who want to stay on their own as a secular nation recognized by United Nations. But our constitution is there. It's there on the table, and it was acknowledged as a secular constitution with Christian values as a nation. That is what it is. So when you see the Northerners, start attacking Bola Ahmed Tinubu now, they are trying to remove themselves. They are not the one behind the insecurity in the country. Go and holler Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Brutai is saying the same thing. Gumi is saying the same thing. Northern governors are saying the same thing. All of them are saying the same thing. This government, hold this government, responsible. How come that the North suddenly became have this understanding that Brutai that have just left office is saying that this government is, Gumi is saying the same thing. Sultan of Sokoto say, I dare you, Then, so what is actually going on? Have they just realized that something is about to play out at the end of the day? Most of them are saying that it is even better, that we lose Nigeria than to lose our relationship with Biafrans, because they know the implications at the end of the day. And we are also hearing that in case the United States of America and Israel finally take decision on Nigeria, that the northern political elite and some professionals have set up a committee to lobby the IPOB members abroad in case Nigeria splits, that they want to establish a bilateral relationship for them to continue to build some kind of treaties because of the enormous resources, that is in the Biafra land. That they prefer
will it be
Biafra than
accepted,
Nigeria.
despite what they know that the Igbos have passed through in the hands of this Fulani and the Yorubas? Do you think that they will accept this offer that you're talking about?
Yes, it will come to that point because the entire Nigerian politicians in Biafra now, will not be given any chance to negotiate for the IPOB government. Yes, and I can tell you, conditions will have to be met. We want to establish bilaterals the way it's supposed to be, but we don't know yet whether at the inception and the takeoff of the Biafra government, whether they will allow any kind of agreement between the northern bloc and the Biafran nation in terms of getting them energy, oil and gas at the end of the day. That will be something I cannot guarantee you now. But from behind, we are even hearing that they have told Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because they have seen the reality on ground, that Biafra is taking upper hand, and that it's better they be in the side of Biafra than to be in the side of Nigeria. And in case it happens, at least they will not lose. They will not go desolate. Their economy will not crumble. They will still have one or two things to do with the Biafran government at the end of the day.
We saw an imam saying that just like he said, that Tinubu should not be voted for. And from the way we are looking at it, do you not think Tinubu might be the last president of Nigeria?
Yes.
Because now the Yoruba are saying Tinubu, just like the likes of Igbo, are saying Tinubu must complete. Even after 2031, Tinubu must continue. But northern elders are saying it's as if Tinubu might be the last president of Nigeria if this US military persists on staying in Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria.
Let me just tell you that Sunday boy is sounding like a loose tire. That statement is a nuisance to the Yoruba nation. But let me tell you that, of course, that is going to is not going to be possible. It looks like the agitation to put Tinubu back is not going to be by force. The North have rejected him as it stands now, and they are already blaming his government over the killings that is taking up happening in Nigeria. And they even dare him that since people who are sponsoring Boko Haram and insecurity in Nigeria are in their government, name them. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is silent over that. He has not been able to do anything about signaling that their time is up. And secondly, the Northerners are not happy that Tinubu exposed a hidden secret of how Nigeria was being run before he came into that position by allowing Yorubas to infiltrate the security structure and the secret confidentiality of this country. Therefore, having access to classified files that exposes the real jihadist Islamic agenda in Nigeria, and thereby exposing some of these files to some security agencies around the world. And now it leaked entirely, and that is why the northern leaders are insisting that they do not want Bola Ahmed Tinubu back in 2027, and possibly in the anger of that, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is signaling and likely going to be the last president of Nigeria if the world leader finally decide on the issue of country of a particular concern placed on Nigeria.
But the of Donald Trump, just that what Jesse is saying, is a popular Biafran Jesse Okechukwu, a former actor and a Biafran analyst. He has met with Riley Moore and some top US senator. But what he's saying now, he's saying this will fight against Iran by the US and the Israel would not stop Biafra from finally getting what he truly deserves. Do you think that after this war, because Trump is giving Iran 48 hours to open Hormuz, that after this, that Biafra will finally be focused on? Do you think that Trump, just like other past US presidents, do you think Trump have what it takes to finally declare Biafra?
Trump has 100%. Trump has 100%, just like what we saw here, what he did in Israel, how he was able to move the capital of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And there are constitutional powers that Trump can actually invoke to recognize Biafra. You know, he has it, and he knows very clearly that he has what it takes, you know, to do it. Considering the position and some of the foreign policies of our American constitution and government, what they believed in, the ideology, are trying to protect Christians all over the world. They have what it takes to recognize Biafra. We are not saying declare Biafra. We are saying recognize Biafra because Biafra is in existence. Recognize Biafra as a nation. And if they are not able to do it, maybe because of the position of America within this space. And I can tell you, they can shift the responsibility to the Israeli government. Benjamin Netanyahu will just announce it, and the American government will definitely back it up. That is to say, if American government feel otherwise, like what the report of Raleigh Moore is actually saying, you know, then look at what the happenings in Iran. Of course, let me tell you very clearly, any moment from now, the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened. It will be a little bit dangerous because the world has understood now that with NATO or without NATO, the American government has taken that responsibility to open the Strait of Hormuz, either by omission or by commission. And that is what America represents. You know, like other countries, we are seeing them very clearly now pretending as if they are not of any beneficiary interest in that Strait of Hormuz. But America has taken that responsibility, and they're going to achieve it, and Donald Trump is going to achieve it. And people are saying that immediately after that, directions might be shifted to Nigeria, directions might be shifted to, you know, Cuba, directions might be shifted to other places where America want to establish some level of, you know, government for the betterment of humanity all over the world. And that is what it is. Whether they not like it or not, as it stands now, you know, whether Bola Ahmed Tinubu likes it or not, as it stands now, the reality on ground have shifted from the influence of Nigeria, from the power of Nigeria, from the overwhelming federal strength of Nigeria on the separation of Nigeria. It has taken a global dimension, and the world are taking decisions in that regard.